Looks like primetime Deion Sanders just dropped some advice for Arch Manning. Shout out to Romy Bean. I've got the footage right here. Now let's get into it. I pull up to a city, every city I hit, from the bottom to the top, my people know me, they know my grind, and that's why I move like I do. Arch Manning struggled badly in his first start against Ohio State, and I'm sure you already know that if you've been watching this channel because we've been covering this drama since day one. And who better than Deion Sanders, the man who never bites his tongue, to give some advice to Arch Manning. Shout out again to Romy Bean. She sat down with Deion Sanders to talk about Arch Manning, and he gave some real words of advice that could either make him or break him. I'm about to play this clip so you can see exactly what Deion said, and then I'll break down my thoughts as we keep rolling through this video.
I want to talk to you about another young player, and that's Arch Manning, who came into this with so much hype. Maybe it was unfair, and I feel like you're the perfect person to talk to when there's so much hype and so much focus. What advice would you give Arch right now if you were talking to him?
Be you. Don't placate to others. Be you, and be the best you that you could possibly be. Quit trying to be whatever it is for them, and not that he's doing that, but that's what I told my sons, that's what I tell my team, that's what I tell everybody. There's so many people trying to pretend and trick-or-treat right here, and ain't even Halloween, and be something that they're not.
Well
the way
said,
you
right
succeed
there.
in life is to
I
be
agree
the
with
best
primetime
you that you
Deion
could possibly
Sanders,
be.
100%.
Consistent.
Be yourself and shut out the noise. If nobody's talking about you, that's when you should worry, because people are going to hate no matter what. I'd also throw in some advice for Arch Manning. Look at the men in your own family, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, and Archie Manning. Manning, some of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play football. Add a little of the flavor they had in their game and mix it into yours, then you can become an even better quarterback overall. Honestly, I think Dylan Raiola does that at Nebraska. He does it a little too much, though. Sometimes it feels like he's trying to be Patrick Mahomes, and that can backfire. When I played wide receiver, I used to do the same thing in my own way. I'd study guys like Odell Beckham Jr., Jerry Rice, and Antonio Brown, wideouts who weren't just burners like Tyreek Hill, because I was never that fast. I was more of a route technician, so I'd take parts of their game and add it into mine, and before long I felt like I was better than Odell Beckham himself. You know what I mean? But I still agree with primetime Deion Sanders. At the end of the day, be yourself. Keep elevating, keep working, stay humble, and don't get cocky. Because the second you get cocky, that's when God humbles you real quick. So my advice is simple. Be yourself, keep grinding, and like I said, take a little sauce from those great pocket passers. I feel like Arch Manning will be a very good quarterback at the end of the day, but the hype is definitely around him. They hyped him up too big. They wanted him to be the first NFL draft pick before even stepping on the football field. They wanted him to be the Heisman front-runner before stepping on the football field just because of his last name. Allow him to be him as a player. Then you bring that hype to him. But of course that is something that's not going to exist. His last name is his last name. Sanders' last name is the last name. That's just what it comes with when it comes to the hype. But that's just my thoughts. You guys can get down in the comments. Let me know, how do you guys feel?